Imagine this. A princess, poised and radiant, vanishes from the public eye for months. Whispers swirl, conspiracy theories, tabloid frenzy, and endless speculation. Then, in a single fleeting moment, she drops a half sentence that stops the world in its tracks. What did Princess Catherine say? Why did it hit so hard? Today we're diving into the mystery of her absence, the truth behind that heartbreaking revelation, and what it means for the future of the monarchy. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride. Let's start at the beginning. January 2024. Kensington Palace drops a bombshell. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has undergone abdominal surgery. No details, just a vague statement that it's planned, non-cancerous, and she'll be out of action until after Easter. The internet explodes. Planned surgery? For what? Why so secretive? Social media lights up with theories, everything from cosmetic procedures to wild claims about her personal life. The palace stays silent, and the void fuels the chaos. By February, hashtags like "Where is Kate" are trending. People are dissecting grainy paparazzi shots, analyzing her last appearance on Christmas Day 2023, walking to church in Sandringham, smiling as always. Nothing seems amiss there, so what's going on? Catherine's absence isn't just a news blip, it's a cultural earthquake. She's not just any royal. She's the future queen consort, married to Prince William, mother to George, Charlotte, and Louis. Her every move is scrutinized, from her outfits to her parenting. The public loves her for her warmth, her work on early childhood education, mental health, and addiction. She's the relatable royal, the one who shops at Zara and cheers at rugby matches. So when she disappears, it's not just a gap in the royal calendar, it feels personal. Fans are worried, critics air skeptical, and the media, they're having a field day. Weeks pass, and the palace's silence becomes deafening. On February 27th, they issue a curt update. She's recovering well, and they'll only share significant news. That's it. No photos, no video, nothing to calm the storm. Then, on March 10th, Mother's Day in the UK, they release a family photo. Catherine with her kids, smiling in a garden. It's meant to reassure, but it backfires spectacularly. Eagle-eyed fans spot inconsistencies. Charlotte's hand looks odd. The paving stones don't align. Major photo agencies like AP and Reuters pull the image, calling it manipulated. The next day, a statement signed C appears on X. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. The internet goes feral. Is she even recovering? Did she edit it herself? Is she being hidden? By now, the theories are out of control. Some say she's in a coma. Others claim she's left William. There's even talk of a secret royal scandal. The palace's refusal to clarify only pours fuel on the fire. On March 13th, a source close to the family says she's doing well and has left their Windsor home, Adelaide Cottage, a few times. But noon's seen her. The public's trust starts to fray. Then, on March 22nd, everything changes. Catherine releases a video message from a bench in a garden, looking pale but composed. She speaks directly to the camera. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. She pauses, her voice steady but heavy. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I am now in the early stages of that treatment. The world freezes. Cancer. The word lands like a punch. She's 42, a mother of 3, the picture of health. The speculation collapses under the weight of her words. But it's what she says next that breaks hearts. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I am so grateful. That's the half sentence that hits hardest. An incredibly tough couple of months. It's raw, unguarded, and it hints at a private struggle we'll never fully know. She doesn't linger on it. Instead, she shifts to her kids, explaining how she and William waited to tell George, Charlotte, and Louis until their school holidays began, to shield them from the spotlight. It's a glimpse into her priority. Family first, always. The reaction is immediate. Support pours in from across the globe: politicians, celebrities, ordinary people. King Charles, who's also battling cancer, praises her courage. The media softens, pivoting from speculation to sympathy. But questions linger. What kind of cancer? Why so little detail? The palace says it's to protect her privacy, especially for her children. Some respect that, others demand more. Either way, Catherine's revelation resets the narrative. She's not hiding, she's fighting. Let's rewind and unpack why this hit so hard. Catherine's role in the royal family isn't just ceremonial, she's a cornerstone. Since marrying William in 2011, she's been a steady presence, balancing tradition with modernity. Her work, through the Royal Foundation, focuses on issues like early childhood development. Her Shaping Us campaign is a passion project, emphasizing how the first 5 years shape a person's life. She's also championed mental health, co-launching Heads Together with William and Harry in 2016. Her public image is polished but authentic, a rare feat in a world that dissects every gesture. When she steps back, the monarchy feels it. William, juggling his own duties and his father's illness, leans on her. Their partnership is the engine of the slimmed-down monarchy Charles envisions. Without her, the machine wobbles. Her absence also exposed the royal family's tricky relationship with transparency. The palace's never complain, never explain mantra worked better in the pre-internet age. Today, silence breeds suspicion. The edited photo fiasco didn't help. It eroded trust at a time when they needed it most. Catherine's video was a course correction, but it came late. Why didn't they share sooner? Likely because of the kids. George, at 10, is old enough to understand. Charlotte, 8, and Louis, 5, are still processing. Shielding them from the media circus was non-negotiable. Plus, Catherine needed time to heal from surgery before starting chemo, a grueling process that demands physical and emotional strength. Now, let's talk about that half sentence again. An incredibly tough couple of months. It's not just about her diagnosis. It's the weight of everything: surgery, recovery, breaking the news to her children, watching William shoulder public duties while grieving privately, knowing Charles is sick too. It's the pressure of being a public figure under a microscope, where even your silence is a headline. That half sentence carries all of it, and it's why it resonates. It's not royal stoicism, it's human vulnerability. As spring turns to summer, Catherine's recovery becomes a quiet focus. She skips major events like the Colonel's Review for Trooping the Colour, a role she's held as Colonel of the Irish Guard since 2023. Instead, she writes a letter to the regiment, apologizing for her absence and praising their dedication. It's a small gesture, but it shows she's still engaged, even from the sidelines. Then, on June 15th, she makes her first public appearance since Christmas at Trooping the Colour, standing on the Buckingham Palace balcony with her family. She's thinner, her smile softer, but she's there. The crowd roars. She waves, and for a moment, it feels like she's back. In a statement before the event, she shares an update. "I'm making good progress, but as anyone going through chemotherapy will know, there are good days and bad days. On those bad days, you feel weak, tired, and you have to give in to your body resting. But on the good days when you feel stronger, you want to make the most of feeling well." It's candid, relatable, and it quiets the doubters. She's not pretending to be superhuman. She's showing what resilience looks like. Over the next few months, she's back into work. In September, she announces she's completed chemotherapy and is cancer-free, though she stresses recovery is a long road. She hosts a young cancer patient at Kensington Palace, attends a community event in Southport, and joins William at a school visit. Each appearance is carefully chosen, low-key, meaningful, tied to her passions. By December, she's at her annual Christmas Carol concert at Westminster Abbey, looking stronger, her voice steady as she thanks supporters. In January 2025, she visits the Royal Marsden Hospital, where she was treated, and shares she's in remission. Their relief is palpable, but she's honest about the lingering effects. You think the treatment has finished and you can crack on and get back to normal, but that's still a real challenge. This journey changes her. Sources close to the family say she's reevaluating her priorities, focusing even more on her kids and her health. William, too, seems different. More protective, less guarded in public. Their bond, always strong, feels deeper. The monarchy, meanwhile, faces its own reckoning. With Charles and Catherine both battling cancer, the pressure on William mounts. He's 42, a father, a future king, and now the public face of a family in transition. The slimmed-down monarchy looks fragile, and Catherine's absence exposed that. Can they rebuild trust? Will they share more to avoid another PR disaster? Catherine's story also sparks a broader conversation. Her diagnosis, so public yet so private, mirrors what millions face. Cancer doesn't care if you're a princess or a plumber. It's a brutal equalizer. Her openness about chemo's ups and downs about protecting her kids resonates with anyone who's navigated illness. She's not just a royal anymore. She's a symbol of survival. Her work on early childhood takes on new weight, too. If the first 5 years shape a life, what does trauma shape in a child? She's living that question with George, Charlotte, and Louis, and it's reshaping her mission. Now let's zoom out. The monarchy's future hinges on moments like this. Catherine's absence wasn't just a health scare, it was a stress test. The public's obsession, from TikTok sleuths to tabloid headlines, shows how much the royals still matter, for better or worse. But it also shows the cost of their mystique. If they're too opaque, they lose trust. If they share too much, they lose the magic. Catherine's half-sentence threaded that needle. It was enough to connect, not enough to unravel the enigma. Will she keep that balance? Will the palace learn from the chaos? As 2025 unfolds, Catherine's back. But she's not the same. Her smile carries a new edge, a quiet strength. She's at a rugby match, laughing with William. She's visiting a school, kneeling, to talk to kids. She's planning her next Shaping Us project, pouring her heart into it. But that half-sentence lingers. An incredibly tough couple of months. It's a reminder that even princesses break, even queens fight. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes her so compelling. Not her title, but her truth. So, what's next? Will Catherine's openness change the monarchy forever? Or is there another storm brewing, one we can't yet see?